suddenly realized something. If he soaked the bills in tea, a brand new banknote could be made to look old. He then soaked every bill in the tea. After that, he hung them on a clothesline. He dried them with a hairdryer. Soon, he had a large stack of worn-looking bills, but every single one of them was a freshly printed counterfeit. Compared to crisp new bills, older-looking ones were much less likely to raise suspicion. Now it was time to put their work to the test. His partner handed the fake bill to the shop owner and asked to buy a bottle of soda. The moment the owner took the bill, he immediately sensed something was wrong. Sonny's heart instantly sank. The owner grabbed his partner. Sonny rushed forward and desperately pulled his partner free. The nearby customers had no idea what was happening, but when they heard the owner shouting for someone to stop them, they joined the chase. They knew that if they got caught, they could very well be beaten to death. Fortunately, they had already planned an escape route. That allowed them to get away safely. After they returned, they burned every counterfeit bill. But Sonny couldn't understand one thing. He had even managed to recreate the security coding. So why had the owner spotted the fake immediately? He picked up the only fake bill they had left. Then he asked his partner to close his eyes. He placed 3 bills into his partner's hand. Then he asked which one was fake. His partner simply felt each bill with his fingers. Within seconds, he identified the counterfeit. That was exactly why they had failed. They had used the wrong kind of paper. Real banknotes are printed on a special cotton-based paper. Its texture was completely different from the paper they had been using. Anyone who handled cash regularly could tell the difference instantly. The paper also made a unique, crisp snapping sound. There was another challenge as well. The color-shifting ink on real banknotes. Viewed from different angles, the ink changed colors. Among all the security features, the security thread embedded in the fake bills was by far the hardest to reproduce. After 2016, India's 5,000 rupee and 1,000 rupee banknotes were withdrawn from circulation. They were replaced with the new Mahatma Gandhi series. The new notes included 3 additional security features. Only by solving every one of those challenges could they produce the counterfeit bills they wanted. The biggest obstacle was the tiny letters printed on the collar of Gandhi's portrait. Even a high-resolution scanner couldn't reproduce them perfectly. That made counterfeiting extremely difficult, so they had no choice but to hand-draw the original design from scratch. Then they carefully reduced it to scale and assembled every section together. Fortunately, this was Sonny's specialty. He recreated every tiny detail of the new banknote at a full 1-to-1 scale. After polishing it and treating it with chemicals, the printing plate for the counterfeit bills was finally complete. However, the cotton paper used for real banknotes was tightly controlled by the government. Ordinary people had almost no way to buy it, so they had to search for a substitute that felt as close to the real thing as possible. The two of them visited bookstores and recycling shops. They bought nearly every similar type of paper they could find, but none of them was suitable. Then, one day, Sonny discovered exactly what they needed. Inside an advertising brochure, he asked his partner to feel it. The texture was almost identical to a real banknote. The only problem was that it was too thin. But if they layered 2 sheets together, the texture became remarkably similar. Even the thickness was almost a perfect match. As long as they bleached the paper, separated it into 2 layers for individual printing, punched holes in the front, inserted the security strip, and glued both layers back together, they could produce a convincing counterfeit bill. But there was still one problem left: the color-shifting ink on the banknote. His partner came up with an idea. He mixed commonly available metallic paint with printing ink. The result created a color-shifting effect that looked almost identical to the genuine one. Then they coated the bill with a layer of clear varnish. That gave it the same crisp feel and sound as a real banknote. Now came the most critical step: soaking the bill in tea. To test the quality of their improved counterfeit, they returned to the same convenience store. The owner handled hundreds of banknotes every day, making him the perfect person to test it. But to avoid getting caught again, they held each other's hands so they could pull one another away if anything went wrong. When Sonny handed over the fake bill, his heart started racing. Outside, his partner was already prepared to run from